The world is burning. Growing up near the coast of South Carolina, I could witness the effects of climate change firsthand. From more frequent and more intense storms to extreme weather events, you really get to feel the impact of climate change, with agriculture being responsible for 30% of our carbon emissions. There's a lot of room for improvement. Logging, deforestation, and development are destroying our lands. Toxic poisons are sprayed on our food and killing our soil. I knew there has to be a better way. Hi, I'm Jeff Sawicki.
And I'm Mirka.
And this is little Finley.
This is Finley.
Say hi. And we are Vital Mission Farm. We have a farm out here on Wadmalaw Island, South Carolina. It was previous farmland that was growing grains and different vegetable crops, and since then it's kind of gone fallow and just become wooded area. And we're just trying to make it into a productive farm once again. Go do the daily chicken tractor move. Ready? I started Vital Mission Farm in 2018 with a backyard flock of 25 chickens. I moved these chickens around every day so they could eat grasses and bugs and live a natural life. When I finished harvesting them, I gave them away to friends and family, and they told me it was the best chicken they ever had. I figured there had to be something to this. I became hooked on regenerative agriculture, reading every book I could find, and we quickly grew. Up to about 500 ducks on pasture at any given time. We use nets to keep the birds in our pasture because we can move the nets around our trees. These birds were eating lots of grasses and bugs and leaving their manure behind, which is a great asset to fertilize our trees and our grasses. And the meat, similar to grass-fed beef, is leaner and more nutritious. All of the chefs wanted some. Many of the top restaurants in the area were serving our duck on their menu, and things are going really well. This is a mulberry, we have blueberry, we have pecans, we have oranges, we have lots of different things planted, and the idea is that we'll eventually plant these out throughout the entire pasture where our livestock are. We plant them widely enough, which is called a silvopasture system, and you plant them widely enough so that when the trees mature, enough sunlight still gets through to let the grasses and shrubs grow on the ground, but we also get an overstory of our tree crops, fruit and nuts. We have started to get fruit, our trees benefiting from the nitrogen-rich manure of our ducks. And our ducks fertilizing our grasses, sometimes so well you can get lost in it. We've also noticed the native wildlife coming back on our farm. All of this was new to us, so we had to build all of our own infrastructure with shelters, feeders, waterers. We even built our own hoop house and powered it with a solar collector that uses the energy of the sun to heat water and keep our hoop house warm. We also dug our own well and installed a solar-powered well system. And we also built transport crates to haul our poultry to an off-farm processor and a cooler to bring them back. I also designed an online course to share all the information that I had learned along the way with others so they could do the same thing on their farm. Our duck business was going pretty well, but they were pretty exposed. Predators became a big problem, and were often killing large amounts of animals. So, what's up guys? We got geese. And the geese really helped the predator problem. In addition, we started incubating our own eggs and hatching our own birds on farm to mitigate some of the losses from our livestock. Wanting to reduce our dependence on commercial feed, we started planting our own grains on the farm and letting the livestock eat it right off the stalk. In order to reduce waste, we built a black soldier fly bin, which grows a larva that feeds on food scraps to feed our livestock. We also farrowed some pigs and gave them our scraps, and spent brewery grain. But I've also had my fair share of setbacks, from eggs falling and smashing in the incubator to trees smashing our equipment. And then, COVID. Prior to the pandemic, about 95% of our sales were direct to restaurants, so we had to change our focus and rely on direct-to-consumer and value-added products. to stay viable in a changing marketplace. Our duck confit, duck prosciutto, and bone broth have been quite the hit. We've also put some focus into beefing up our online store and shipping direct to consumers. What you got there, buddy? You found an egg? Nice. You gonna find some more? Ultimately, we hope to make a positive impact on agriculture so that a little boy playing on the South Carolina coast can live in a better world.